this is the year for the Phillies. Like, they have it. During this whole series with the Mets, I just keep waiting for it to be a disappointment or for them to come back to like earth or whatever. This team reminds me of the 2017 Eagles. The way that the 2017 Eagles had, we always talk about the Carson Wentz injury, but there were far more injuries than just Carson Wentz in the 2017 Eagles. And what did they do? They lost their best player. They lost several other players. They rallied around it, and they went and they won the whole damn thing. This Phillies team is 10 games up in the division after losing Zach Wheeler and then losing Trey Turner. They are 10 games up in the division. They're 2.5 games out of the best record in baseball. They're 4 games ahead of the Dodgers, who we all thought were going to break every record for wins this year. They're playing their best baseball of the year. They have lost Zach Wheeler this year, their best player. They have lost Bryce Harper for a month. They lost Alec Boehm for several weeks. They lost Aaron Nola for 2.5 months. They lost Alvarado for 60 games. Won't have him in the playoffs. And they just keep pushing through. And then their response, not only to the Zach Wheeler injury, which I thought was, important that they respond, but how they responded after getting embarrassed in Citi Field. They got embarrassed in Citi Field, and they turned around. They won a series against the Brewers. They've continued to win, and here in this series against the Mets, they have taken it to them. This series has not, I know one of the games was close, but the series overall has not been close. The manager is doing things the manager hasn't ever done, and I would say this, if I am looking for who is the Nick Foles of this team, if I'm saying this team is just like the 2017 Eagles, it's Bader. It's Harrison Bader. It is. I thought Nick Foles brought an energy that team needed at that time. The same way that I think Harrison Bader has done this. Harrison Bader is not afraid of the Mets. They needed some guy who does not have, the same sort of, demons in the closet that the previous team did. This team just keeps doing it. They're going to win the World Series. This is the year for the Phillies.
They're going to win the World Series.
They are going to win the World Series. This team is going to win the World Series. This team is not only good enough, but they're playing the right ball at the right time. You know what I mean? This team is going to win the World Series. This is the year. We can get behind them. Do not be afraid. I know lineup go cold and bullpen and blah, 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 blah. I get it. This team has it. They have it. This is the year.
So this is the only thing I would ask.
Yeah.
In this.
Yeah.
Because I know where I'm going to be at.
Yep.
Are you going to be disappointed, upset if they don't win the World Series?
Of course.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. All right. Well, yesterday you were happy just to be where we are.
Here's what I'd say 2 days ago. But okay. What I would say is with however they lose in the playoffs, if they lose in the playoffs, I will be upset at the moment.
Okay.
I think once there is time separated, you could look back at the season and say, oh, man, they lost to the Yankees in 6 and this happened and whatever. And, you can give it context afterwards. Obviously, I'll be upset. But this team, what I would say about this team is this is what we were looking for. Mm-hmm. This is what we're looking for. We're not looking for a team that the numbers add up, but we don't quite feel it, right? They had the best record in baseball 3 quarters through the year last year, went to the playoffs. We could all sort of feel it. Even though we convinced ourselves it wasn't going to be that way in the playoffs, we could all sort of feel.
I hear you, and I'm with you.
Yes.
It doesn't feel like everybody else feels that way. That's not the prevailing feeling that I get.
I don't know what they're missing.
From fans.
I don't know what they're missing.
It's previous failures that prevents you from just suspending all your concerns and caution and everything else, and it won't allow some people to buy all the way in. But you're all the way in. I'm with you. I'm all the way in. We know Jackie Baseball is all the way in. I think he's all the way in. You all the way
Jackie
in there,
Baseball?
Fritzy?
This is the year.
It feels like the year. It feels like the year. Last year didn't feel like this is totally different than last year. Everything was trending down. They had the wrong feeling. There was talk last night with these guys about how they're excited to go to the ballpark every day, and even when they're on the bench, they feel like they're contributing. There's a legitimate feeling, and you know what I like too is I think they took that Mets series personally up there, and they're taking it back to this team tonight, and they end it tonight.
Oh, you think they get the sweep?
Yeah,
tonight?
I think they end it tonight.
Oh yeah, the Mets have thrown in a towel.
Yeah.
They do look a little throw in the towel.
Yes.
But see, here's the thing. I think we've made the Mets thing bigger than we should have made it. Right?
Well, it was pretty embarrassing.
And now we feel like we've conquered it, so now everybody feels great.
I don't think they've conquered the Citi Field thing. To be honest,
but the Mets thing,
yes.
We didn't feel this way last week.
No, of course not.
So it's obviously the more wins that they get, and this was a big series. I get it. All I'm saying is that I want it to be a true feeling that I believe they're going to win the World Series. I think I'm more in the still in the hope they're going to win the World Series.
I get that. The difference between believing it will happen and hoping it will happen.
Yes.
I just like the past failures, I get it. Mm-hmm. But here is my point on that, is a team hasn't won the World Series until they win the World Series. All they have is past failures until they have a success. Yeah. The 2017 Eagles not only had, they had the entire franchise's weight on their backs.
Sure.
We don't win the World Series. That's not what happened. Then when Carson Wentz went down, we're just like, oh, woe is us. We can't win the World Series, or win the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
But then you just do. And they have had past failures, but I also think
here's the difference.
Yeah.
I don't know if people really believed they were going to win the Super Bowl until it happened. Until it happened, I think people were just happy that we got to remember, it's been 20 plus years since we made it to a Super Bowl. So getting to the Super Bowl with the backup quarterback at that point, and we had already committed. You lose to Tom Brady, it's not a big deal. We made it to the Super Bowl. You don't have your starting quarterback. I don't believe everybody was like, yeah, we're going in here to beat the. Once you're in the Super Bowl, it's called false bravado. Because you're there, you got nothing else. I was on the air during that time.
Yeah, so I remember it differently. I was not on the air. I remember as soon as we beat Minnesota, I
had to talk everybody off the ledge that Monday.
See,
after Carson, yeah.
After Carson. I'm talking about after we beat the Vikings in the NFC Championship game.
But I thought easy to jump on board then.
Yes. Well, I'm jumping on board now. This is the year.
We barely got by the Falcons.
But we did, because it was the year. Because it was the year.
Right.
This is the year. This is the year. It has all been building to this. All of the things that we doubted, right? We all wanted Max Kepler cut after the trade deadline, and the Phillies decided not to do it. And look, he is performing 5 RBIs last night. I was pissed off at the trade deadline that they didn't go get Stephen Kwan. And look at this. They had the best trade deadline of anybody in baseball. The Mets trade for Ryan Helsley. The guy's got a 12 ERA up there last night.
Yeah.
It's just like, this is the team. And by the way, this run they've gone on over the last couple of weeks hasn't really been behind Harper or Schwarber. You have two guys who have not even really been producing that to an appropriate extent over the last couple of weeks. They're winning games without those guys performing. They're winning games now with Trey Turner on the IL. They're winning games having lost their best pitcher to a blood clot. This is what it feels like when a team is trending the right way going into the playoffs. We've been waiting for this. This is not lightning in a bottle. This is the culmination of the last few years. This is them putting all of it together. All the failures that you're talking about, they all went through them too. And this is them taking those failures and fixing the things that were wrong and battling through them. This is the year.
So you believe we got the pitching?
Yes.
To get through this?
I think we have the best pitching in the National League.
On all lefties?
Well,
you're a lefty guy.
And Nola.
They step up in big moments.
Well, you don't believe in Nola. So it's believing in the lefties. If we're being real.
Nola's fine. Nola's fine. We got to throw him out there as a start. It's fine. Yes. Nolan Kirkering, if we got, whatever.
Listen, I'm testing to see just how committed y'all are with this
Look,
thing.
I'm not all in on Nola, but as far as...
He's the 4. It's okay.
It's fine.
Okay.
It's fine.
And here's a message, because I know those out there, led by Ike.
How's it led by me? What am I doing?
It's okay to think the Eagles are the greatest, but also the little engine that could Phillies are chugging along. We're not going to take down the mantle of the Eagles.
Nothing to do with the Eagles.
Jump on board. We're a city of champions now. Jump on board.
Listen, I know that would be great for the show. You guys try to paint me in this corner as the Phillies
I would
doubter.
never. That's not
going to work with me.
It's not.
I'm all in with the fightings.
You are.
All I'm simply saying is that it's still more of hope than it is this feels like a team of destiny. This feels like a dominant, because either you're a team of destiny or you're just clearly better than everybody else.
Well, I don't think there's an argument that they're not better than everybody else.
Doesn't feel like it.
See, I feel differently. I feel differently on that point.
You didn't feel this way a week ago.
Well, a week ago after the
It's the same baseball team from a week ago. They just happen to be winning now.
Yeah, but you're acting like it was a reaction to a series that
Yes.
I thought it was very clear. I thought the way they played in that
Yes.
series was unacceptable and they quit. But they have battled back from that. Like this is
What I'm acting like is if your emotions are riding with the team's wins and losses. When they lose, you're pissed off, you're upset. This person stinks. Price in this rivalry pack stinks.
Well, that
and
did
everything
stink.
else. And then when they start winning, now you feel like they're going to win the World Series. I want to make sure it's legit.
It is legit.
Jamotin here, his emotions go like this all the time. I expect you to be a little bit more stable.
This is
than Fritz.
legit.
I'm
This
not
is legit.
stable.
No,
This
you're not
is-
stable. You're not stable, and it's understandable.
Thank you.
It's understandable.
This
Care a
is
lot.
legit. And by the way, if Bryce puts on the rivalry pack again, I'm going to kill him again. But I still think they're going to win the World Series. 215-592-9494. Is this the year?
I had to test it.
Do you believe it's the year or you just hope it's the year? But it is the year. That's the only correct answer.
Jack, Eagles fans are Phillies fans.
Yes.
I know, but
All
again, they get a little Eagles elitism
Nope.
going and sprinkled in there.
Nope.
Do not create that division.
Nope.
We are a uniter of a show.
We unite
No,
everybody.
He's not. That's his problem.
Well, I'm trying to unite. I'm trying to unite.
That's his problem. See, he wants to get into the whole you can't come and join and
I know,
celebrate.
I know.
This, that, the other.
The only person I'm
Yes.
keeping out is Elliot. Okay.